If you're struggling with your flat lays or you just don't know where to put stuff and you want to learn how to go from this to this, then stick around. Hey guys, it's Lauren. Welcome back to That Stage, where we learn all about food photography so you can build the meaningful creative career you want. In today's video, we're going to be talking about 2 easy ways that you can level up your flat lays. In the world of food photography, flat lays are everywhere. You cannot scroll past the food photography hashtag on Instagram without being bombarded by about 1 million flat lays. And for good reason. Flat lays are a great angle to capture food. And quite often I have clients asking me for flat lays for their website or for their magazine because they want to be able to fit text around it, and that is something that we're going to be talking about today. So if you're struggling to know where to put things in the frame, how to pull everything together, or even just where to leave negative space, then this video is for you. So let's jump right in. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna take you through my equipment setup when I'm shooting flat lays. I always shoot flat lays on my Manfrotto tripod with my overhead arm, and this allows me to keep my camera at exactly 90 degrees to my table, making sure that I don't have any sort of weird slanting or distortion going on in my flat lays. Another thing that really helps me with this is my little hot shoe spirit level, and this really allows me to make sure that my camera is straight from every angle. So I'm going to leave a link in the description for that for you guys, because it cost me like $5, but it's really transformed the way that I can shoot flat lays. In terms of light, I'm shooting with my Pixapro continuous light, and I'm going to be positioning this at a slight angle to the side of my frame just to keep a bit of interest going on with the lighting. I'm diffusing my light through my 120 centimeter softbox through 2 layers of diffusion to keep everything nice and soft. So composition techniques are tools that you can use to help you produce better, more visually pleasing photos. And when you use them to their full advantage, it can make such a difference. So we're going to be talking about 2 composition techniques today, and the first one is the C shape. The C shape is a great technique for creating a soft, feminine feel in a photo and allowing you to leave some logical negative space. When you're focusing on the C shape in a composition, I like to use my props to lay out a rough structure of the shape first. This allows me to bring that C shape into the photo before I start actually placing the food. I can use things like boards and cloths, and even use the utensils to face in the direction of the C shape to help tie everything together with that movement. To complement the softness of the C shape in this composition, I've used some coconut milk swirls and some really delicate micro herbs to really tie in that feminine feel. So as you can see, the C shape has naturally left this negative space in the frame, which is a really great place for adding text if that is what your image is intended for. As I mentioned earlier, a lot of the time clients will ask me for photos for their website or for banners or for posters where they want to add some text to the images. So using this composition technique allows me to create these images to meet this brief, and it just means that not every inch of the frame is filled with food, giving it a bit of cohesion and breathing space. Okay, so that is the soup done, and now we're going to move on to composition technique number 2. So let's go make some brownies. So on to our second technique, which is diagonals. So we're going to use this technique to make this photo of these brownies a little bit more interesting. Diagonals are a really great way to add some movement to your photo, giving it a more lived-in, interactive feel. When you're working with diagonals, you definitely don't need every single one in the frame to go in the same direction. So in this example, I've put the full tray of brownies pointing towards the top right, and I've got the palette knife that I used to make those beautiful ripples in the ganache pointing towards the top left. And what this does is it creates dynamic tension between the 2 subjects, adding a little bit more interest to the frame. This just elevates this flat lay beyond that boring, straight composition. You can use diagonals whether you have one small subject, a few small subjects, or a huge tablescape. It's a really versatile technique. So there you have it, guys, 2 really simple composition techniques that you can use to elevate your food photography flat lays. Now, if you want to learn more about another composition technique, which is the rule of odds that I use all the time in all my food photography, then check out the video that I've linked right here, and I'll see you next time.